Welcome back, everybody. Listen, this video is about Medikk and the Moodie twins. I call them the Moodie twins even though they were not twins. I believe the sister was 2 years older than her brother was. However, the message behind this, a hard lesson to learn. A hard lesson to learn. So, in reflection, as we come to the end of 2022, 2023, sorry, as we come to the end of 2023 and we head over into 2024, sometimes it's best that we leave some things behind. And one of the things we need to leave behind to make it through 2024 and be able to see 2025 is probably greed, gluttony, and red-eyedness. We're going to talk about that. Seeing? Let's give an update first. So Medikk is the young lady who was in the music entertainment industry. She did quite a few songs with people like Javalani and Shano, top tier artists them, and she was making her way up the ladder. Success. As you can see, even by looking at the icon for the video, that is her to the left in that yellow two-piece outfit. She had the look, and I've heard her music. She definitely had the image as well. Here's the thing. As far as her case goes, one report was put out that the police are probing some information that was out in the public that a person behind bars is responsible for her disappearance. We have not heard any updates on that probe. What we have seen is a video of a dark colored car that entered the complex where she lived. The premises where she lived had a gate. It's like a gated apartment complex, condos, and somebody must have known the code or something, because you can see on video the car pulls up, the gates open, the car goes in. The car picks her up, windows darkly tinted, the car goes out. That's the last movement she was seen, and her cell phone was found someplace over one part. I believe it's somewhere in St. Catherine or something like that. Knowing that that's far away from where she was picked up after she said she was going to get ready for this video shoot, right? Okay. With all that said, there are things that were noticed immediately. Like the persons who came to pick her up already had the plans in place, in motion, as to what to do with her. And they were well aware that where she was living at had cameras around. So even the license plate was either covered up in something dark or it was removed from the car. So looking back at that video, police can't even trace, say, a license plate because no license plate was seen, right? Her mom upped the money from 500,000 Jamaican dollars to 1 million Jamaican dollars for anybody who can give any information that will lead to her whereabouts, dead or alive. At this point, I believe that her family knows within themselves, say, foul play was at hand, and that more than likely she has met her demise. And if that is the case, then at least tell us where her body is so that we can give her a decent and proper burial. Now, while I'm telling the story and giving the update, I also want those who are listening to take this into consideration. The people you choose to associate yourself with, especially young ladies nowadays, in the world of entertainment, in the world of social media, everything is right before your eyes, and everybody is constantly flashing their best days and their best paydays and their best moments. So people are constantly lusting, and those who are constantly on social media looking at all these things, you start to get a sense of your life isn't so hot, your life isn't so happening, your life isn't so up, because everybody else in your age group seems to be living better than you and getting more things than you, accomplishing, achieving, name brand this, nice cars, cash, nice clothes, taking trips, living star life. So you feel a rush, like you have to be in it because you're being left behind. Nothing could be further from the truth. And you need to know that nothing could be further from the truth, right? Time is being fast forwarded on you and you are falling for it. I would like to tell every young person out there that whatever it is that you see out here, you can come out here and get it for yourself. You don't have to go sleeping with nobody, because some of you are associating yourself with some people who are just plain demons manifested in the physical form and took on human shape, that are shapeshifters walking among us. And you will be their victims because they have all the trappings to trap you. The nice car, the money, they'll spend the money on you, all these other things. And then it ends with you having a moment of fun and then you're gone. Whereas if you actually just buckle down and work and associate yourself with upstanding and good people, eventually you will make it. And yes, it might take longer, but when you do make it, you will be that much more appreciative of it. Nobody that makes their money legally throws away all their money and or spends it frivolously. It's people who make money illegally, fling with the money because they know they can make more money illegally, but there is a downside to that. And the downside is either long time in prison or early grave. None of those you should be wanting to choose at a young age. The goal in life, my friend, is to get old. But the goal in life is also to get old and to be physically healthy, to be able to enjoy your older days and look back at your younger days with memories. If you live recklessly while you're young, most likely you won't make it to older days. Or if you do, it will be terrible in your older days. Now, moving right along. As far as Medikk's situation goes, there's still $1 million on the table for anybody who knows anything that can help her family to get her wherever she's at, whether it's she's alive or she has passed on, and they can at least find the body to give her a proper burial. Is this the kind of pain you want for your parents, for your mother especially, who birthed you, brought you into this world? To know that you disappeared and to know that foul play more than likely is involved and she will never see you again. So she is left for the rest of her days wondering where her daughter is. What have they done to her? Did they take out her organs and sell them? Did they market her on the black market? Do they have her somewhere in another country heavily induced with drugs, pimping her? Do they have her here, there, or did they bury her under the ground alive and she suffocated to death? Or did they chop her up and feed her to crocodiles and alligators? Or, you can see where I'm going with this? Where I'm going with this is that the torment that this will cause to your mother, if you have any love for just your mother, stay far away from certain things and stay far away from certain people. Moving on. The Moodie twins, I call them, even though they are not twins. The brother and sister who we saw on video being buried alive with the bank card sitting on the sister's leg. Seeing her past, as in what she was involved in before and what Jamaica law enforcement could account for that she had a past, they did a gang roundup and arrested members of an alleged gang, and she was one of the people who were arrested and noted as a member of the criminal organization. Even though those charges were dropped, she was still determined to be, or known to be to the law enforcement officials, the girlfriend of the leader of that particular gang. She was then also caught with gunshots, bullets in her bag, which means somebody have the gun, because you can't fire bullets without the gun, effectively anyways. So that's on her record as well. as well as she was on their radar for being a part of scamming ring and involved in lotto scamming in Jamaica as well. Our poor brother, according to her mother, who wasn't into anything but was just so close to his sibling that actually told his mom that if anything was to happen to his sister, then more than likely it was going to happen to him too. So if she got dead, then more than likely me I got dead with her too. Words are powerful, my friend. Words are powerful. I won't say that his words alone manifested that as their reality, but her actions combined with his words and him following through, being close to her as he was, you see the end result. From the voice note that we heard, them go around the boss, them chop her food and go around the boss. But don't worry, because we know where the money there. We get that back already. But a lesson had to be taught, right? What a lesson. My hope for anybody who is hearing this is that, yes, you make mistakes in life, but I hope you never make a mistake, especially in your young days, before you actually get to really experience life. I hope you never make a mistake that costs you so much that you're not able to learn from it and live forward, because everything pop off and stop right there, so with either you going missing, or with you being buried, or with you doing a life sentence in prison, without the possibility of parole, depending on where some of you all are at. Right? So the Moodie twins now, as I call them, that was just bad all around. Bad all around. I believe that the brother obviously knew what his sister was into, and he stayed close and played her close. I've done videos like this before where I've said to my audience that some family members, you're going to have to cut ties if you want to survive. Y'all have heard me say this on SouFLoTV. You're going to have to cut ties if you want to survive, because they are involved in some things that they are willing to take the risk and risk their lives. You know, sometimes somebody say, if me dead, I saw. But me I go for this. Big risk, big reward. But they forget to think about the other side, that you are right there. And in there, taking off their big risk and willing to lose their life, they're going to dash away your life alongside theirs. Right. So you have to go separate yourself from some family members and love them from a distance. Oh, I wished that this young man had done so with his sister. Yeah, he would be hurt, but he would still be alive to learn from that lesson, to steer himself back on the right track, and to go pursue his dreams. Now, none of that now go on. The sad part is, the persons who buried them made it sure that the world saw it. Made sure that their parents, mother and father, saw it. Do you know what horrifying feeling that must be for a parent to be watching their two children being buried in a shallow grave, and they do not know where on earth those two children are? Those parents will live with that for the rest of their life. And I'm talking about when they go to sleep at night, it will haunt them as nightmares and dreams and visions. When they're up in the daytime, it will be constantly playing in their mind over and over again. The bond between a good mother and her children is never broken. After that umbilical cord is cut, a spiritual bond remains that is never broken. So your mother will be tormented in her spirit for the rest of her life. This is like a triple murder, you know, because I can guarantee you that their mom in the near future will come down with health issues that are associated with stress and too much worrying and too much stress and too much sleeplessness and too much stress again. Their father also, but their mother more than anything else. The lesson of the day is this. There's a lot of nice things out here in the world to get. Take your time and go get it if that is what you want. Don't do no shortcuts. Don't skip the line. When we say don't do no shortcuts and don't skip the line, we are talking about don't sell your soul, as in don't go against moral codes that you were raised with, good moral character. If you look at Medikk and you look at the Moodie twins, you will hear both of them. Mothers are women of God and women of the church and women who beat them Bible and women who tried to instill certain things into them and women who were against what they were doing when they found out, and women who tried to talk to them to pull them back from the brink because they saw it coming in their future and didn't want it for them. Hardy as picnic them, yeah. And the hardy as picnic them, you know what they say, right? When your ears can't hear, you don't know the rest. Listen, as we move forward into 2023, I hope somebody hear this and take a reflective look on their own life and say, you know what? The youth are so flow, I'ma talk some sense. Nobody never really sit me down and talk to me like this. I think I will pump my brakes and slowly move towards what it is I want. Nothing beats accomplishing something, my friend, when you accomplish it the right way, through sacrifice and hard work, and you never compromise your moral character, you never compromise yourself, and you never sell out your soul or did anything immoral. Nothing beats that, because then you can look at what you've accomplished, whether it's car and money and house and all that, and you can be like, yes, and this is mine and nobody can take this. But you see, when you cut shortcuts and you thief from this man, and you scam over yasso, and you rob from that the one day, and you hurt this person, and you follow so and so go kill so and you start get dirty and you start doing immoral things, man, that wheel of karma just spinning, and it's just bubbling up to come right back around to you, like when time you shake up Pepsi bottle. Yeah, before you take off the top, at the minute there will be an explosion. When that explosion comes, it's called karma hitting your doorstep. So you can even get karma too, based on who you associate with, what you know and not telling, all these other things. Because if you hang out with people who hurt other people and you don't see anything wrong with it, then eventually sooner or later they'll be hurting you too. That's just the karma. So all the girl them was a gunman alone can shift my panty. I'm a bad man me want, and my man if I make whole heap of money and drive new markets and him to be a gunman and this and that. You know that he is the type with a fire gun for real. It's just a matter of time before him or somebody that wants him fire that gun upon you. I'm just saying. I'm going to leave this one right here. No more long talking. I hope everybody steps into the new year, not with a new year resolution. Because people set resolutions and then the resolutions fizzle. By the time end of January come, resolution fizzle and people back to them normal self. I hope you step into the new year giving thanks that you got to see a new year and make up your mind that you're going to survive intelligently throughout this 2024 new year, so that when you're stepping into 2025, you can look back at 2024 and admire the growth that you have made. Happy New Year when it comes. Blessed Christmas when it comes. All them good things there. Hit the subscribe button and I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.